This is Oliver Larkin, Democrat for Florida's 23rd Congressional District in Congress. I'm standing outside of Alligator Alcatraz in Ochope, Florida, in Collier County, where Trump visited earlier today to open up his migrant concentration camp. This fascist administration is violating habeas corpus, violating our civil rights, and we're going to do something about it. This is my first day on the campaign. This is the first place I'm coming because Oliver Larkin stands with immigrants always, 10 toes down, por siempre. I'm always going to fight for your rights, regardless of your documentation status, and I'm not going to let any fascist get in the way of that.
You're calling it Alligator Alcatraz. Are you fucking kidding me? If you missed it, Trump is headed to a low-cost immigrant detention camp built by Ron DeSatan in the Florida Everglades. According to Triple K Caroline, quote, the only way out is via a one-way flight, and it's surrounded by dangerous wildlife. You cannot be fucking serious. Listen, I know most maggots are 10-watt bulbs and 200-watt sockets, but let me see if I can make this crystal fucking clear for you. A large concentration of folks deemed undesirable by the government put in a camp with no due process. If only there were some historical similarities there. Oh wait, they might as well fucking write hard work will set you free above the entrance. And oh yeah, as for the whole low cost and efficiency thing, the expected spending on this is $450 million to intern 1,000 people. Not a great look for the party of fiscal responsibility. So when I tell you, soulless, loathsome, maggot pieces of shit to get fucked, this is why. This is the side of history that you're supporting.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So once again, we got to talk about the Democrats who are struggling. Okay, they're struggling to save their party. And it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse because they keep making the wrong moves. At this point, Democrats believe that playing Captain Save an Illegal is what they should be doing, okay, to appeal to the extremists in their base. I also think the Democrats just love illegals in general, right? I'm not entirely sure why, but I think they have like a fetish for them, right? I mean, we have judges who are harboring illegals, right, in their houses, okay? Probably letting them sleep with their daughters and stuff like that. I mean, that's the type of stuff we got going on with these Democrats. So in this story, Democrats tried to storm Alligator Alcatraz out in Florida, which is a new migrant detention center that they're building, that is built, but they're still working on it. And they found out very quickly after trying to show up unannounced, which is what they do all the time. This is the same stunt they pull every single time, right? They show up to a illegal immigrant detention center unannounced, okay? They don't make an appointment, right? They don't go through the proper channels, and they demand entry. And they claim that they have the right to just show up anytime and to come in because they're lawmakers. But they just found out very quickly that that doesn't mean a damn thing. It doesn't mean anything at all.
So to be clear, we're denied access.
Yes, ma'am.
Very clear.
Due to safety concerns for us, while there's no safety concerns for those who are being held here, many of them who have not committed any violent crimes.
Who is denying us access?
So I spoke to Florida Division of Emergency Management General Counsel.
Max Lamb?
I'm sorry, might not be General Counsel. I apologize. Stephanie. Out.
Okay.
And as I said, I raised the concerns that you have.
Well, for a second, I need you to.
And I said, this is what is being cited. And obviously, what is a reasoned response?
Was it unsafe when you let the President of the United States in here just hours ago?
Well, pursuant to Florida statute 944.23 and 95.225, we don't have to arrange a tour. We actually get to pop up here.
Right now, I was told that I could give you a phone number. I could call somebody else.
And so, unfortunately, that's not the law. According to the statute, it's a shall, not a may. We're able to come unannounced without providing notice. They said we didn't give notice. There was a press release that went out at 11:30 that we were coming here. The GOP welcomed us, so they knew we were coming. It is interesting that it was called unsafe when just hours ago that the President of the United States and Republican lawmakers were allowed to have access to this facility. It is also concerning that there are human beings, detainees in here, that if it's unsafe for us to be in here, how is it safe for them to be present? This could not and should not be happening. And I believe, and I think we all can agree, that what's happening in there is more than likely inhumane. It's more than likely cruel. We've seen pictures of flooding. We've seen pictures of We've been out here in the rain. We've seen the mosquitoes. So if this is happening to us, I can't imagine what's happening to them. I asked the question, I'm a lawyer. If I have a client in there, am I able to go see them? I was told yes. And they said, okay, well, I have a client in there. Can I go see them? I was told no. So make it make sense.
Yeah, you didn't make an appointment. It's really that simple, right? I don't understand why these Democrats keep doing this, okay? Everybody can see through the political stunts, right? Everybody can see through this. You don't make an appointment, you show up unannounced, and then you're surprised, Pikachu face, when they don't let you in, right? Because you just can't show up unannounced. Who are you? You're nobody, right? You have no power. Okay? You're low level. But, you know, these people got to find out the hard way every single time. They know they're going to get denied entry. They do it as a stunt. They do it to appeal to their low IQ base. That's what they do. That's what they do. And every single time they end up looking silly, right? Every single time. So with that being said, let's learn a little bit more about what happened here. Okay, Democrats humiliating themselves once again.
Meanwhile, 5 Florida state lawmakers were denied entry into a controversial new detention center in Florida just hours after the first group of detainees actually had arrived. One of the lawmakers says they were told it was due to a safety concern, which they say prompted the question, if it's unsafe for them, how is it safe for the detainees? Joining us now, CNN correspondent Rafael Romo. Rafael, what more do we know about the conditions in this new detention center?
Well, there's very little information, Wolf. There's very few people that have actually been there. And these lawmakers say they were worried about humanitarian concerns at the facility, and that's why they wanted to assess conditions inside by personally visiting the site. But they didn't get too far, Wolf. The lawmakers say they weren't even able to see the outer perimeter of the tent facility, known as Alligator Alcatraz, only hours after the arrival of the first group of detainees. The Florida Division of Emergency Management, which oversees the detention center, later cited a safety concern for the denial without offering specific details, according to one of the lawmakers. President Donald Trump toured the facility on Tuesday, as we reported, along with his Homeland Security Secretary, Kristi Noem, their host, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Shortly after their visit, Wolf, summer storms flooded part of the facility. Video from CNN affiliate Spectrum News 13 shows wires submerged in pooling water across the floor. High winds made the floor and walls of the facilities tremble. And Florida officials later said that vendors went back and tightened any seams at the base of the structures that allowed water intrusion during the heavy storm, calling it minimal. Florida State Representative Anna Escamani, one of the lawmakers trying to visit the facility, referred to the detention center as a political stunt. Let's take a listen.
Based on reports that we've been able to glean, the site is already experiencing flooding. The first individuals who have been detained with no due process have arrived. And it's so essential when you have hundreds of millions of public dollars being spent on a political stunt that we have the ability to see for our own eyes what is happening and to be the voices of our constituents.
And Wolf, it's not clear how many detainees there are this morning at the facility. What we know is that Florida officials say it has a capacity for 3,000. Now back to you.
All right, Rafael Romo with the latest on that. Thank you very much. Still ahead, I'll speak with...
Incredible. Absolutely incredible, right? Democrats are calling this a political stunt when the political stunt is them showing up unannounced to this facility and then acting shocked that they can't get in. But again, what I find to be so fascinating about this is that, again, we've never seen Democrats express this type of concern for actual American citizens, right? And the conditions that they're living in, right? I'm pretty sure these Democrat lawmakers are probably from some of these more liberal cities, right? And these cities probably have ghettos and projects and trailer parks or whatever, places where the living conditions are probably not great. Has any one of these Democrats ever checked on the living conditions of the actual constituents, right? The actual citizens in their cities, right? In their districts? I guarantee you they haven't checked on them like they're checking on the illegals, though, right? They're concerned about the safety of the illegals. We're concerned, right? It's like, Why are you concerned about these people so much? I don't understand. I don't get it. I've never seen you express this concern for any American, okay? You know, especially when you talk about Americans who are the victims of the violent crimes committed by these illegals. These people are never concerned. They don't care. But now all of a sudden they care about the well-being and the safety of illegals. Democrats are a party of treason at this point, right? They betrayed the American people, and they continue to show the American people who they work for. They don't work for the taxpayer. They work for people who don't pay taxes, right? Who want to live off the system, illegal immigrants in foreign countries. That is what the Democrat Party has become at this point. And it really is a damn shame. It really is. So, you know, they're going to keep embarrassing themselves with these types of stunts. They're not going to work. Everybody can see through it. It's all just them trying to the virtue signal to their far left base of lunatics. And this is just not working, in my opinion. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.